You know how Apple says it just works? Well, it does, until it doesn't. macOS is great, but out of the box you get only half the experience. The other half comes from the apps and settings you start to tweak, the ones that help you organize your life, speed things up, fix Apple's blind spots, or make the Mac feel yours. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the essential third-party apps and settings that I always install on a new Mac to make it actually usable. MiddleClick. This one is pretty straightforward and simple. I haven't even noticed I don't have this feature until I encountered this app. What it basically does, it gives you the possibility to click on your mouse scroll wheel if you're using your trackpad. Why is this such a big deal? Well, in case you didn't know, if you click your scroll wheel, you can quickly open and close links in new tabs. This little app makes surfing the web much more faster by allowing you to do this with your trackpad. There is no secret that you are either gonna love or hate finding or organizing your files on a Mac. If you are coming from a Windows PC, you might feel that your file managing system, aka Finder, is lacking some functions. And if you only use the Mac and don't feel like anything is missing, let me tell you, there is. What I don't like is that if you are trying to find a file which is buried down beneath in a complex folder system, you're going to feel like you have to solve some kind of complex puzzle game level trying to find your way out. Solution: open Finder, go to View in your menu bar and then select Show Path bar. You will then have at the bottom of your Finder a bar with, well, your path. Now you can click on a certain folder and navigate back to them. I'm still missing the fact that in Windows you can copy and paste paths in your path bar to navigate faster. But hey, still better than nothing. Also, while you are up there activating the path bar, you might also want to activate the Show Status bar. You'll now see a small bar at the bottom of your Finder that shows how many items are in the folder and how much space they take up. It's a tiny detail, but it gives you a quick sense of what's actually inside. Also, from the same place you can activate the tab bar, which lets you basically open multiple Finder tabs inside the same window, which makes it a bit faster to navigate. Speeding up the dock. The dock looks great, no doubt, but it often feels like it was designed with appearance first and function second. When it's always showing down there, I feel like you waste so much real estate of your screen in the corners. A simple solution: go to Settings, Desktop and Dock, and select Automatically Hide and Show the Dock. Problem solved. Almost. Now I hate how slow it reappears when I hover my mouse over it. Luckily, I found a solution to solve that too. Open your terminal and paste this code. Now all you have to do is adjust it to your liking. By changing the float number, you change the timing of the animation. I find 0.5 seconds quite good in order not to look too fast nor too slow, but you can set it whatever you like. Raycast. The Spotlight on steroids. If you didn't know yet, by pressing Command plus Space, you open your Spotlight. This is basically an advanced search bar that speeds up the way you use your machine. I thought it's quite good, especially comparing it with the Windows search bar, until I found Raycast. What it basically does is what Spotlight dreams to become. The first time you launch it, Raycast lets you choose Spotlight's shortcut, so we can fully replace Spotlight from the start. Inside, you can do a bunch of things like creating quick links, shortcuts, or using third-party extensions that integrate with other apps like Notion or ChatGPT. Basically, this is the ultimate thing that boosts your productivity. What I want to add here is that it takes some time to get used to what you can do in it. Like I said, there's so much things you can play with. I spent like a day and a half just browsing things around, and here's what I discovered. First, the software itself is free. However, it is packed with a lot of AI features, which are blocked by a paid subscription. Some of them are cool and some of them feel like bloatware. For me, I found it very nice that I could disable them all, which left me with a cleaner and more straightforward software to use. There is also an alternative to Raycast, called Alfred, which does basically the same thing, but without the AI part, and also lacks some other features. If you want a simpler experience, you should try that one also. Window tiling. Oh, window tiling and snapping feature. I remember how much I waited for this feature to be built in macOS, only for it to disappoint me so badly. In case you didn't know, you can drag and drop windows in hotspots of your screen in order to arrange them. Now, that being said, what I suggest you to do is go to Settings, Take a deep dive trying to find these settings first. And when you do, disable them, because they are trash. Once you have done that, I recommend keeping active only the feature that lets you snap your windows by holding the option and dragging them, because it feels snappier. However, if you want to feel like a productivity maniac and feel good about yourself while moving your windows around your screen while finishing no tasks, there's more than a few options out there. First, if you choose to use Raycast to improve your life overall, it has a built-in function that lets you set shortcuts for different layouts. Open Raycast, go to Extension, and find Windows Management. Here, you can choose which shortcut you prefer. I personally use Option plus Command plus arrow keys to move it around the screen, and Option plus Command plus F for full screen. And that's pretty much all I need for my workflow. You can do the same thing using the Glow plus Control plus arrow keys natively in macOS. But just look at the difference. The built-in function feels sluggish and laggy, making it feel like the third-party app, and while the shortcuts from Raycast just work. However, if you don't want to use Raycast, I found for you two other apps that do the same things and are pretty good. One is called Tiles and the other is Rectangle. They're also super good to replace what Apple did poorly, and they are free. I genuinely enjoy using a MacBook. It's a solid machine and the battery lasts forever. For most tasks, it's amazing, but when it comes to heavy 3D rendering for my work, I still need the Nvidia GPUs, and there's no other way around it. So until Apple catches up, my MacBook is my go-to device for pretty much everything else. That's why I think these apps and tweaks matter, because they help you reach the full potential of the MacBook. I really think some of them should be built in the macOS, honestly, like the free MiddleClick mouse. It's just annoying that it's not there by default. I would really like to know what you are thinking about these settings and apps, and whether you are gonna use them or not, and whether they should be already built in the macOS.